Hello guys, hope you're all well. Today's video guys is for the Witch Starter for Legacy of Nightmares Carn-Evil, one of the best builds to push non-6-piece leaderboards guys with as well. And it's also one of my most fun builds I've ever played in the game. I absolutely love Carn-Evil. For those who don't know what it is, it's basically a pet build for the Witch Starter, so as you blow darts, so do your pets basically. And while it's not the strongest build in the game, it's one of the most fun, and I love this build. I always have done. Classic Carn-Evil, guys. Can't go wrong. So what I'm going to do a riff, show you how to play it, if you don't know, and then we'll go over the gear and all that. I'm only using one org, and this is GR 110. We're at Paragon 2.3k. Alright guys, so what we're going to do, hit Spirit Walk, right click on some monsters to activate your damage reduction bonus, then cast Pestilence to activate the pull mechanic, and also add an extra 20% damage bonus from the auto haunt as well. Then hold down left click, generate all your pets up, and proceed to melt face. And pretty much that's all you got to do, man. It's a very, very easy build to play. But there's a few finer points we can do as well to get the best out of it. But on the whole, man, it's a point and click build. It's pretty lazy actually. There you go. Kill this guy off as well. Boom. I love this build so much, man. Only if Blizzard makes it so a Ring of Interest will affect this build. It'll be so good. Right then, guys. So, yeah, we've got a shield partner. That's pretty cool. Alright, okay. So, there's a few ways to maximize your DPS on this build, okay? So, see poison rotation? This is your window. The whole build is a poison build. All the darts from the pets are classed as poison, okay? You want to round up as many monsters as possible if you can, preferably. Okay? And then, when you're about to hit your poison rotation, hit Bogodile, go into Spirit Walk, then left click on the monster that you're trying to kill. Hopefully you've got 5 stacks of Frenzy as well from your Thunder Fury in the cube, which basically gives you a massive 75% attack speed bonus. Okay, so just before you hit that poison rotation, guys, just after physical, that's what you want to do. So let's do another one. There's a pack here. There you go. Let's pull up loads and loads of monsters. Okay, loads of monsters, or maybe you can heal yourself as well by hitting left click as well. Right, here we go. You ready for poison rotation, guys? And now, boom! Hit Spirit Walk, bang, and they die. Okay, that is your window of opportunity. You want to hit Spirit Walk because it procs your Chakrani's Trump's Mojo damage bonus, which is up to 100%. Then with the COE on the cube, on poison, that's your big damage spike. Like I said, you really want to have 5 stacks of Frenzy as well from killing targets. Okay, and that's your big damage window. That's how you make the best out of your DPS. Once again, there we go. Boom. I'm in Spirit Walk. I'm actually using the wrong Spirit Walk right now because you should use Jaunt, which gives you an extra second. I'm using Severance because I just love the movement speed so much. But when you push this build properly, you should be using Spirit Walk Jaunt because it gives you 3 seconds of Spirit Walk time, therefore making Chakrani's Triumph Mojo give you an extra 1 second of that huge damage bonus, man. Big damage bonus, but I just always like Severance, man, because I like to semi-speed, man, so Severance, Spirit Walk Severance gives you just that lovely movement speed. Right, we've got no elites left, so let's go next map. Hope we get a good one again. That was the same map again, that's okay, it's cool. Oh, density mobs. Now, guys, with this build, man, hopefully you get mobs that summon other mobs, and these are one of the mobs that you want. These Tomb Guardians, man, are wretched mothers, they summon other density, so you can just absolutely slap. With this build, though, you preferably want a Rift Guardian that summons ads, like Hamlin, Sactress, things like that. You can kill the single target ones as well, absolutely fine. But obviously, using Echoing Fury, you want to be having that extra attack speed bonus all the time, you know? There you go. Just pull everything in, guys. Using the Bogodile pull. So good, man. The season pull is so good. So basically, it pulls everything in from 60 yards. Is what we've got currently in the weapon here. Enemies affected by low sword but also haunted. And when you cast piranhas, all haunted enemies within 60 yards are pulled to the pool, which is just fantastic. And also, the Bogodile does an execute as well, which is really, really sweet. Kill this guy here. Waller, guys, is the bane of this build. This was horrible. Oh, Speed Pylon, that's lovely. And obviously, Speed Pylon is one of the best ones you can have. It's all about attack speed. The faster attack speed you have, the faster you're creating darts, and the faster you can heal yourself. Because the simplicity is strength gem. It's brilliant. There we go. Melt this full. There's another one there as well. On the trail on that poison rotation there. Just deleted him, man. Just deleted him. Right, my pulls run out because I'm not using Creeping Death. Now I've just recast it just once. Now we can just pull everything into that one target. Also, guys, when a target dies with Haunt on it, which is ultimately cast for you from Locust Swarm, it will go to the next target as well, which is great. It go to the next target as well. So you can refresh it and keep that damage bonus up, you know? And keep pulling those monsters in. We'll see the Bogdar eat the monster there. That's where it does the big damage there. You can see, bang, he's just killed it there. Awesome. Alright, let's get going. Fun big clumps of trash guys will elite, hopefully. I've still got a bit of power pile on here. I'll go over the follower setup as well. Sometimes there's a shrine here, not this time. No turbo HUD here, guys. Playing legit as always. Alright, let's have a look. See if there's any bros. There's a bro there. Right, let's cast Pestilence then. Right, I don't want to cast Spirit Ward just yet. About now. There we go. Boom, he's dead. Little off rotation, but you get the idea. I went a little bit too early, man. A little bit too early. But yeah, this is only GR 110. This is more like a speed than a push, but we just did this video now for this particular level for a mechanics thing rather than a serious push. Right, there we go. Well, that's quite a nice bit of trash there, guys. You ready? You ready? You ready? So good, man. So good. So, unfortunately, guys, the Rift Guard I got isn't a great one. But remember to cast your Bogdal, because the Bogdal, if the Rift Guard isn't CC'd, it can actually take about 10% of the Rift Guardian's HP. If the Bogdal stuns the Rift Guardian, it's only an 8-second cooldown as well, you know. So if the Bogdal here, when it jumps out, stuns the Rift Guardian, does about 10% of its damage HP, which is insane. So what you can do is you could actually take Stricken out of this build and put in, say, Bane of the Trapped or Zia Stone of Vengeance for a massive damage boost. Bane of the Trapped will probably be the best overall. Then what you can do is you can actually use the Bogdal, this thing here, to kill the Rift Guardian instead. But if you do that, you need to take out all CC, because it's only the stun from the Bogdal that actually does the damage. So if your follower's spamming CC, like my one is currently, she's got Thunder Fury with Wire Word and Charm and Blind and all sorts of crazy stuff, you know. It's not going to work that well, okay? It's not going to work that well. So, yeah, that's just another option you can do to actually kill the Rift Guardian instead, you know, which is kind of nice, man. You can just use the Bogdal, just like the Spirit Barrage clears currently on for Witch Dots, you know. A lot of the guys are not actually using Stricken, you know. That's the wrong guy, though, a second. Spirit Barrage, there we go. So, like Lamines, for instance, you know, won't be using Stricken. There's no Stricken in this build. They're just using the Bogdal to kill the Rift Guardian. You can do exactly the same in this build. Just remember to have no CC on your character, because it could muck up the rotation. Right, guys, so let's go with this gear then. I'm going to go with what's good, man. Just realised, actually, my follower's got the wrong gloves on. She should have stone gauntlets on. You know why? It's because I nicked them for this character. So I don't think I've got a spare pair. Let me have a see if I've got a spare pair. I've got a spare pair. Oh, I do have a spare pair. There we go. She was wearing the wrong gauntlets. Whoopsie. She could have died, but she did. Well then, guys, so let's show what we're wearing, all that good stuff, yeah? Alright, guys, first and foremost, guys, is the Dagger and Darts, okay? So if you don't have this, the build's not going to work, okay? Your Poison Darts and Fetishes darts now pierce, so go through all the enemies, deal an extra up to 500% damage, okay? So once you got your Fetishes up from the passive here, 10 of them will start shooting darts as you do. And it's key to the build. Then, guys, you want to add the Angelic Crucible power. So you get one of these at level 70. You right-click it, pop on the weapon, and then keep going until you get the enemies affected by Locust Swarm but also haunted. When you cast Piranhas, haunted enemies within 60 yards are pulled to the pool, and lesser enemies stunned by Bogdal is instantly killed. Elites and bosses, aka Rift Guardians, stunned by the Bogdal take massive damage, okay? That's what I was talking about earlier, that you can kill the Rift Guardian without Stricken, as long as you have no CC in your current setup, because it's on the stun. If the monster's stun immune, then the Bogdal's not going to do no damage. Off-fighting guys is called a Shakrani's Triumph, like I said earlier. While you're in Spirit Walk, you're going to generate up to 100% damage buff, which is huge. So like I said earlier, once you've got 5 stacks of Frenzy from Echoing Fury, just as you're going into your poison rotation, pull everything in with Bogdal, then hit Spirit Walk, man, and watch them just burn on the poison rotation of your COE. And that's how you get the biggest part of your DPS out of the build. Alright guys, so we're using the long rings, okay? The Legacy of Nightmare rings, okay? So Wailing Host and Litany, okay? As usual. You need to have your gear all ancient for this to work correctly. You can get away, I don't know if no ancient belt, for instance, at the moment. But the more agents you have, the more damage reduction, the more damage you gain. Okay, this build will start working around about 8 to 9 agents. Okay, if you got under that, I probably wouldn't bother, because it probably won't be that good. But once you got about 8 to 9 agents, it should be fine. And after that, try to fine tune your gear, get it all agent, and hopefully get it orged, you know, and go burn and go burn. So yeah, guys, 2 set bonus. While this is only set item bonus, every ancient item you have equipped increases your damage dealt by 750 and reduces damage taken you by 4%. Okay, so you have to wear this. This is the only set you can use with these rings. Any other set bonus will cancel this out, and the build will die. Okay. All right, guys. So, of course, guys, first gem we're using, of course, is Enforcer. It's a pet build, so Enforcer increases aware damage for the pets and their darts, and also makes your pets indestructible as well, which is great. Also, guys, Enforcer affects your follower. Okay. So you can see here, I'm not using the follower can't die token. So Enforcer damage reduction works on your follower, which is really, really nice. And there's a certain setup for your follower to keep her alive and give you all those good damage bonuses. I'll go over that in just a second. Next ring, guys, with the gem is, of course, is Simplicity Strength. Increase the damage of your primary skills, so basically blow darts with myself and the pets. And also, guys, hits with primary abilities, so blow darts heal you for 4% of your maximum health. So the more attack speed you have in this build, the faster you're going to heal yourself, okay, as well, which is really, really important. So I'll put all the best rolls of gear, guys, in the description video in the build guides to Diablo fans, as usual, for the best rolls of gear. But it's really, really key to the build, so you want as much attack speed as possible in the build, okay? It's really important. Then, guys, for Amulet, we're using Squirt's Necklace. Squirt's Necklace gives us a 100% damage buff. It will kill you sometimes, okay? So if you're playing this on hardcore, just make sure you got self-res on the bar, okay? Maybe chop out something achievement for Spirit Vessel. Remember, you can have one on your follower as well. You know, Fate Slaps as well, so keep yourself alive. Then, guys, we're using Bane of the Stricken, so we can kill the Rift Guardian really easy. Like I said earlier, we can kill the Rift Guardian without using Stricken. We could just use the Bogdar, but we need to take out all CC out of your build, and especially your follower, to achieve the stun from Bogdar from this item here to kill the RG. That, like I said, you know, that way you can use Bane in the Traps or Z Extension Bane just for even more general DPS. But it'll take timing. It'll take timing. Lovely, guys. So we are using Stone Gauntlets, guys. Why do we use Stone Gauntlets? Because it gives us a huge armor buff. Getting hit increases your armor up to by 50%, which is insane, man. But reduces your movement speed and attack speed by 15%. And that stacks up to 5 times, okay? Sorry, by 20%. So basically, it's got a really bad debuff on Stone Gauntlets, where it gives you this armor buff, but you can get rid of the bad effects by wearing Ice Climbers. Gain immunity to freeze and immobilize effects. So this gets rid of the bad effects of Stone Gauntlets, and that way you can gain all that beautiful armor while you're in combat, and it keeps you alive. It's brilliant pet, brilliant combo. It works amazing. I love it. Awesome. Okay, guys, key to the build course is Depth Diggers as well. Primary skills increase your damage up to about 100%. Okay, so you've got to have Depth Diggers in this build because it procs extra damage for yourself and your pet's darts. It's really, really important. Shoulders, guys, you can use pretty much anything you want, but Portrait of Skeleton gives yourself rares, you know, which is really nice. It can save you sometimes. You need to use a Mask of Jerem, guys, as well for the pet damage increase. Okay. You want to use Aquila Chestplate because it gives you damage reduction while you're above a 90 to 95 primary resource. We're recharging our power all the time with Poison Dart, Spine Dart all the time, so that way when we do cast the occasional spell and our mana goes down, the Aquila buff is off. Okay, and once our power recharges, now Aquila is back online. So when you're casting this, immediately cast Poison Dart to regain your power back to enable Aquila. Okay, it will, you know, sometimes you might die, but it's just the way it goes. Hopefully you guys can find a 90. Mine's a 95. Yeah. Which now, guys, is here just because it's got attack speed and damage. Okay, because you want as much attack speed as possible. And then the guys cause Lacumba's Ornament Brace for the damage reduction via having Soul Harvest stacks, which is really, really important. Alright, guys, so let's bop over to the queue. What are we using Kanai's queue? That's right, you've guessed it, guys. Carn-Evil! Carn-Evil helmet. The 10 fetishes closest to you will shoot a powerful poison dart every time you do. Lovely. Then, guys, of course, Echo Fury for the 25% movement speed buff, and more importantly, the 75% attack speed buff. Okay, get 5 stacks, guys, and watch those darts fly. Then, guys, of course, the key to build is Convention of Elements. Once we hit Poison Rotation right there, this Poison Rotation right here, man, that is your big DPS window for you to burn and kill all those demons. Lovely. Then, guys, I'll quickly go over the follower setup. So earlier I told you about the Enforcer affecting the follower for damage reduction. So when you can do this, you can now use the Hand of the Prophet, okay, which is on equipped follower, gain access to all skills, which is awesome. So now we get Charm, Temporal Pulse, Amplification, which is really important for that elemental damage buff, Prophet's Harmony, you get Power Shield, Erosion, the attack speed buff, and also self-res. So you get absolutely everything on the bar, which is great. And then to make sure that she does not die, again, we use Stone Gauntlets with Ice Climbers to give the massive armor combo, just like we're wearing here as well. Then we're using Thunder Fury guys with a Wildword Ring, so she procs a stun and from the lightning from the Wildword Ring, which is great. Then we use a Historic Alteration Gem to give her a tank. Exact same for Mutilation Guard Gem as well, more tank. And then you can even use Gizzard Gem. I mean, I'm not even leveled this one up, it's just a standard 10k one, man, but she never dies. She never dies, man. It works really, really well. I'm using Kane's Pants because they're part of my T16 swap out when I do keys. Then Homing Pads guys for the damage reduction from teleport. So if you get a really bad spot, especially in hardcore, you can just hit your teleport key and proc a massive up to 65% damage reduction buff. It's really good. I'm using the Quiller. Don't really need a Quiller. You need Tarasha's Chestplate for the attack speed buff. Then guys use Blind Faith because it has a chance to blind on hit up to 40%. So all these things here, like this lightning, this blind, the stun, the immobilize as well from Stone Gauntlets, could all help you against the Rift Guardian fight, which is really, really good. Then guys, always use Flavor of Time, okay? So pile effects last twice as long. 2 minutes speed, 1 minute conduit, 1 minute power, 2 minutes shield, makes or breaks your ref. So always use Flavor of Time. It's super important. And of course, Never's Brace as well. So some elite packs at Shrines and Pylons. And then of course, guys, good old Oki Ring, man. To create yourself a Poor Power. You see that Poor Power? Run into it straight away if you can, because it increases your damage up to 85%. Lovely. Okay guys, the core skills then, Poison Dart, Spine Dart, Mana Generator, as you cast Poison Dart so do your pets, Piranha's Boggadile, okay, so anything affected by your local swarm pestilence, it will also shoot out a haunt as well for you as well, that's why we're using this one here for the extra 20%, and then when you right click, everything will be pulled to that one point. Just go, after you cast Pestilence guys, go bang, and everything goes into one spot and they're wrecked. So good. And also the Boggadile can kill the Rift Guardian as well. It's got no CC. Focus on Pestilence guys, just for the spread. What you can do as well is use Cloud of Insects for more damage reduction. But to be honest, because we're not using Creeping Death, keep it on Pestilence. This build already has a lot of tank anyway. So just keep it on Pestilence for the 100% spread. Affect everything in one cast. Don't spam Pestilence like crazy guys, because it can leg out the game. Just cast it once and then pull the finger. Brilliant. Soul Harvest then guys, Intelligence and Armor buff, always keep this on 5 stacks, very, very important. Spirit Walk Severance, I like to use Severance because I like the mobility, but to get the most out of Shakrani's Triumph, we really should put this on Jaunt because it gives us 3 seconds. 3 seconds guys in the Spirit Realm to proc this huge damage bonus. So when you're not doing speeds guys, put on Jaunt for push, okay? It's really, really important. Brilliant. Then guys, Haunt's Poison Spirit. Now we've got Haunt on the bar. We don't actually ever cast this on our bar, ever. But remember, because of the season buff, enemies affected by local storm are also haunted. So as you're casting Pestilence, it's also haunting the whole screen. Okay, so I've popped on, of course, Poison Spirit for the extra 20% increased damage, which is great. But what you can do, if you're playing hardcore, or if you're dying a lot, you can pop on Consuming Spirit. Okay, and every target that you've affected, you'll achieve almost 4.3k HP. You virtually become immortal. It's really, really fun. So if you have any issues staying alive, Consuming Spirit, once you're seriously pushing Org and all that, good go Poison. If you're playing hardcore, maybe you choose Consuming Spirit guys instead to keep yourself alive. Then guys, for Pathosis guys, of course, Fetch Cycle. This is you generate your fetches as you attack, and they last up to 60 seconds, okay? Pierce the Veil guys for the damage increase across the whole screen. You can play close range as well if you want to by using Confidence Ritual. You get an extra, just a little bit more, an extra 25% there. But use Pierce the Veil because that way you can just hit everything across the screen, whole screen guys, your damage for your darts across the whole place. Swarm Planet Human is really key for your damage reduction as well. So when you're in close with the enemies and you pull everything into one spot, Swarm Planet Human will proc and increase your physical, poison, fire, and cold resistance for everything within 20 yards, okay? So that's really, really important. And also, any more pickup range you have increases the aura of this as well. So you've got loads of monsters around you, you know? It's going to make you tougher, and it really helps you push really, really well. Then, guys, Graving Justice for as you kill monsters gives you your cooldowns. This is very important as well, so you can spam your Spirit Walk and your Prime's Boggadile, etc., man. Also heals you and gives you mana back as well. And there you go, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. There will be a build guide link in the description of this video as usual to Diablo fans, so the way you know to roll all this gear exactly correctly. Thank you very, very much for watching. Enjoy the build and have fun in Sanctuary. See you in the next video. Thanks, man. Woo!